Hello. Back again. I really need to find a new way to start this thing.
Yeah.
But it's more to follow. Appreciate all the support. Trying to give you as much consistency as possible. So today, as always, it's Owen, Konene, Giacomo Lemutiso here with us. And more importantly, we are joined by our second guest. We had a gent. Now we have a lady. Loveliest. One of the loveliest of them all. We have. I'll let her say her name.
Menza kutan orange. Focus.
What do you need me to say?
Your name.
Just my name.
Yeah, just how you want to be called.
Recognized.
Recognized for matters of the podcast.
Okay. By our 2 followers. They're not 2, but okay. So hi, my name is Wambui. For some reason, people just decided to be calling me Bobo. I don't know why. Yeah.
What she's not saying ni tulimpata hapa kwa mlango akasema nataka kujoin podcast tukasema it's all right. But we
Akona form.
Yeah, akona form. We're glad to have Bobo with us today.
What do you mean skona form? Shame on you.
Very glad to have Bobo here today. So before we get to what we're doing, Rafa, Ole Jacom.
Would you rather get back with your ex or listen to one Christmas song for the entire year?
Listen to one Christmas song for the entire year. Imagine, make it 10 years, make it 50 years, make it to the rest of my life.
I don't think that's how we do that. I think, yeah.
Bring that Christmas song, man.
Next.
Hey, you didn't even give it a thought. Hey. I thought we'd have like a discourse.
Failed experiments in a sentence. It's a failed experiment. Let's experiment with the Christmas song.
But don't you think that some of the greatest inventions have been failed experiments?
Good for you.
Oh. I see that.
It's like a guy was making an egg and then he flipped it. It's like, whoops, it's fallen apart. Scrambled eggs.
You want to compare that to a failed relationship? I know. I'm like, why? Drugs are you on?
This is what we deal with on a daily. So at least now you guys can see.
I don't even compare. In fact, I take it back. I don't have exes. They're strangers. They're strangers.
Shots fired.
Strange men. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hata hawa hawajajibu.
Hiyo iko swali.
Hiyo iko swali. Wamesema tu ni sawa. Hey. Watu wako na PTSD. Would you rather be someone who compulsively laughs during sad moments or cries whenever someone makes a joke?
Oh, I'll guess first.
What was the second option?
Or cries whenever someone makes a joke?
It's a very weird things to be feeling. I think crying when someone makes a joke. The other one is just Dinini, it's my journey.
For me, it'd be like laugh during sad moments. I mean, the Joker is one of my favorite characters. So, I mean, yeah.
You know the other day, anyway, let me not expose you here.
You do know if you cry every time someone makes a joke, utapelekwa madhare. Because people will think you're mad.
Either or. I mean, the Joker was in Madare.
Because you could be sad by yourself at home. Utacheka too. Like, no one will see you. Because I mean, most of my sad moments is when now I start reminiscing my day. So if I'm in my bedroom laughing, mtathani na watch movie. But if somebody just cracks a joke and then I start crying, nasi ile kidogo nila I think both are just utapelekwa madhara for depression.
Yeah.
What's your answer?
I always laugh in sad moments, so I think I'll just maintain that. Yeah. Last one. Would you rather talk like Minnie Mouse when you're angry or laugh like SpongeBob?
Did you say Minnie Mouse? For me, SpongeBob any day.
Me too.
I'm afraid to answer.
Do you know how Minnie Mouse has such a high-pitched
so
voice?
high-pitched,
It's so hard for people to be bloody serious when you're mad. Speaking like that.
You're already short, so
I actually sound like that. That's the problem. Because when I'm mad, I sound like it's even incoherent. You won't tell what I'm saying. But I have a low-pitched voice, and I'm on the verge of crying. So, hey,
So you just asked Konene if she'd rather be herself or SpongeBob.
yeah.
okay.
Fair enough. Oh, wow. So, recently we've had, we've spoken about money, from manifesting to being manifested.
Hey.
And then we had a bit of a difference with our gut-wrenching episode. So from gut-wrenching food to gut-wrenching people.
Ile Konene alikuwa amerevise amesomea exam na alikuja hadi na notes.
Bana. But anakwanga amerevise kila sana.
Anakwanga amerevise, eh.
Sijasomea exam. To gut-wrenching people. Today, we're here to ask about what do you look for, or what are the green flags you sought after while searching or seeking for a workplace, or what are the green flags you've experienced in the workplaces, in the various workplaces or work environments you have. So who goes first? Since Konani anakwanga amesomea exam.
I don't know. I think tunapea a very able HR expert who for some reason does not understand why people call her Bobo.
And this is just you as Bobo. The HR expert will come. It's just you as Bobo.
Are you trying to take the village out of the man?
Do need jobs.
Welcome. There's more to follow.
That was smart. So green flags. Okay. For me, what I'd say was like now with my I don't even know if I can answer that question fairly, because before I joined them full time, I did a consultancy for them for I think 3 months.
Okay.
Yeah, so my I'd already experienced like the culture before I could, commit fully to them.
All right.
Yeah, but I think the biggest thing that I can say I am usually very interested in, or rather I was interested in as I was doing applications, has been just how the interview process is conducted.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's a fuss for me, yeah?
Yeah, because now if you tell me, okay, I'm going to give you feedback on Friday, and then it's due Monday 2 weeks from now, and I'm still waiting, and you've not communicated at all, that's very questionable.
Some of the places we work for.
We don't give you feedback.
Ghost.
Yeah.
How many stages of the interview process?
Honestly, anything more than 3 is now just pushing it.
Oh.
Yeah, or like,
So you apply and then they do the CVing and then you do an aptitude test, then they send you to get Aladdin's lamp and then you come back and then you have a trip to Muscat just to understand the need. Yeah, it's just...
of a vampire,
Yeah.
Have you ever done an interview?
3 pints of goat milk. Sorry?
Like, have you ever done an interview? Mnenda exam room. Like, the interview, like, there's no conversation. The first stage, you sit for, like,
ask a very
test.
able friend here. Zile job, hey, we. Na kwanza tuko na timer. Nenda chini tu hapo tu.
But that's the situation I work out. Because I'm coming here to be the project manager. Why are you asking me for a math test? Like...
budgets.
Ndio wakuulize hapa ni wapi.
Niulize past experience and let me show you proof of my past experience.
Yeah.
Because your math test unaniuliza to calculate distance between here to Mombasa.
Okay.
Why?
Tunaweza panda gari sisi sote.
To point out the 360 degrees geometry, whatever. Why? It has nothing to do. Let me even tell you the worst one. There's this government agency, not agency, government parastatal. Alikuwa nataka accountants, nini. It was a mass recruitment. So they called all of them at the same time. And it wasn't a low class. Unaona hata watu walikuwa wamekuja hiyo interview. People who were driving. So it was like a level 7, level 8 type of job. And then the interview, anza kuuliza, who was the former president of Tanzania? Umekuja accounting job. How is that any of your
Kenya,
business?
who the hell gives a damn about Tanzania?
Exactly.
I choose not to speak.
Ati where
I decided to be a
name
better
5
person.
countries the equator runs through. Why? Literally. And these are high-ranked people that you're wasting their time.
Yeah.
For an accounting job.
By the exam kila mtu alikuwa anafanya. Whether you're accountant, driver, as in, unaona zile parasitals zinafanyanga ile mass recruitment, wanaitisha cohort 1, 2, 3, 4, same thing. And then nyote mnaekwa kwa room, mnangojea hapo 6 hours, mkingoja, and then mnapatiwa test. Pepa, ujaze, equator, inapitia what countries. Oh, who was the last president of Tanzania? Oh, what is the name of whatever, Idi Amin? Hiyo swali ilikuwa ya story ya Idi Amin.
What is the name of Idi Amin?
Like, it was so, like, it was gut-wrenching, man. Like, I was like...
Good one.
Easter egg. They're called Easter eggs.
Good one.
But, like, okay, sijui mbona nimebring up, but umenikumbusha hizo
You
stories. I was
imekuma
like,
kiasi.
that was the most time I wasted in an interview.
Tuambie sasa green flags basi.
Kama kuna chakula.
Kwa interview.
Chakula yenye nakwambianga ingia ati we're setting ourselves up, please have some tea and snacks, and then kuna tu
Interview.
Ninge interview kama na shine hata kama sijui. Wakiniambia have you ever done this? I'm like
Interview.
Yeah, there's some places where they
Yeah,
really
ni
take care
wash.
of you. Especially if they ask you to come in the morning, like 9 a.m. They just think maybe ulitoka tu ukakuja. So maybe you didn't have breakfast time. So for you to be comfortable, they ask you to take even a glass of water or tea as they prepare. So hata utakuwa place ati watu wanakuangalia.
Ni kule
Quick
ngongo
question.
ndio kupewa maji.
Mi niko na swali tu. Hii interview ni ya kazi ama
Nilienda
ni ya
kukula
kuwa
story.
mchumba wa mtu? Yani unachungwa
Nanga interview zako za
sana. Just specify.
No, like for real, that happened to me once, and also like honestly, that's the one interview I felt the most comfortable. Because even the whole time, it was not more, tell me more about, you'd have a conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Huku tunaendanga kukula story. Kama enda home.
You see interview.
Na ina depend with the, it also depends with the difficulty of the interview. Hata hiyo story unaweza kuwa una.
By the way, true. Inaweza kuwa tu rumors tu.
But I can tell you this from a recruitment perspective. When we are recruiting guys to now ship outside the country, the one thing that really shines for them, because, you know, there's usually a cultural difference for people. So maybe it's an Indian.
Sorry, could you
Yeah.
rephrase that statement? Because Loki sounds like you're a human trafficker.
No. Like, we export talent. That's actually what we do.
You're so getting worse.
Okay, it's actually human trafficking if you think about it. But it's more of we link
Gikomba unakuanga na belia.
no, we link employers from outside Africa and Kenya. Actually, outside Kenya, let's not say Africa, because there are some African countries that look for some talent acquisition from Kenya because we have the best of something. For example, our nurses are the best ranked in Africa. So maybe if Mauritius needs a number of nurses and they are such a small country, they don't have the mass they need to apply in the country. So they'll outsource from other countries. So now they'll outsource from consultancies or agencies who already have a data of these people.
Wow.
So sir, before that, we have to do the interviews just to make sure you're the right candidate. So that as we're presenting you, on the other side, they're able to see we brought the right candidates. So one thing that usually I realize makes people outshine during the interviews is, despite kuwa na hiyo cultural difference, because maybe the way a cat lab does their things in Kenya is different from how they do it in India. It's how you present a cat lab nurse. Called cat lab or cat lab, how you say it.
What's that?
Okay.
So can you
Wait,
shine
what's
ile
that?
confidence uko nayo?
Wait.
Kuna mtu anakujanga anaulizwa,
Yeah.
how do you put
What's a cat lab? Me, I'm still stuck there.
Google? Google is your friend. So venye ameulizwa probably anaweza kupatia zero content lakini ile confidence ameitoa nayo inafanya msa aseme maybe you don't actually know what you're saying but you're willing to learn. Like because kuna kierere mingi, you're willing to learn. Nazambia, how do you dress somebody with this injury? I miss a step, but because alisema so much confidence, like she knows what she was doing, anapata go ahead. Kuna mwingine anaweza kuwa kijua, but because she's shy, quiet and silent the whole time, she's like, pardon, sorry, pardon. Unaona sasa hiyo confidence imemshusha chini, and those employers feel like she won't even be able to assimilate in a new environment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
For me, a green flag, and this is something that I experienced recently, is when the people interviewing you, number one, have some degree of emotional intelligence. So they're able to read you, your personality, and they're able to see how best you can be a culture fit in the firm. Then, so that's one thing. And then, of course, when you're doing your due diligence and asking people.
Sorry, work is calling.
Anyway, when you're asking people like, hey, this place, how is it? Like, and people more often than not have good things to say about the place. So I experienced that recently in that Ngong Road place. It didn't go so well, but like, everybody had something, fantastic.
Positive.
Yeah, it was positive. So that, so at the interview stage, this guy is able to recognize what you bring to the table, not just your technical skills, but who you are as a person. In fact, very practically, these guys were like, your eloquence would work so well here because we have a robust team that goes and speaks to clients. So that's something that we can use to our advantage. So, and that makes someone feel valued. Or your technical ability in doing this modeling or in doing these financial consolidations is so fantastic. We can be the pioneers and we can be the best at what we do in the region as a consequence of what you're doing. So yeah. Then they offer fringe benefits. That's the third and final green flag. Just to make your life easier. Yeah. So they just do enough to keep you in the room. They're not doing everything, but you find a place, they'll pay for your airtime. They'll give you lunch every day. You have medical insurance. And then they tell you per month, we can give you 40K for Uber. You figure out how you're going to maneuver about it. Those are proper green flags. And these farms exist, that's the thing. Yeah. Eventually. Sorry?
Did you know in the United States, they give you your medical insurance, even covers surrogacy, IVF, and adoption.
Whoa. That's pretty cool.
That's so nice.
I know.
It's like, so, hey, you get someone. Hey, wow.
So for it, like the one I was researching on
but
today.
that example, you're not helping your human trafficking claims.
Human trafficking. Previous episodes, us welcoming a new member of this podcast.
But how far along are you?
In?
See, from like the previous episode, I was being asked.
I've been going to the gym tomorrow for the last 3 years. Probably tomorrow I'll do it.
We're not talking about the gym.
I'm not pregnant. I'm not getting pregnant soon. Stop manifesting this baby. I think, RJ, you need to confirm. Are you sleeping with me? Exactly. So how would you know if I'm pregnant?
With that said, I can just continue. So when it comes to green flags, I think in the spirit of not repeating what anyone has said, for me, I don't search for green flags before getting to a place because it's only through experience that you get to know people. And it's not, you don't need a long time. You don't need 1 month. You don't need 2 months. So the things like Jacom
Ole Mutiso. Jacom Ole Mutiso.
Speaking about.
Watindata.
Nessa. Natinda Nessa. So yes. Anyways.
Jaber. Magita ngong.
anyways, so from like Bobo mentioned, from how responsive they are through the interview, because you see, I'm coming to work for you. I'm as human as you are. You speaking about the emotional intelligence to fit into that, because at the end of the day, we're just not looking for technical abilities. We're looking for people, and that's why we're running the entire interview process. It's to find out who you are aside from the degree that you have. And I like this. I don't know what movie it is. I think it's a Sylvester Stallone movie where either, if I'm not wrong, if I'm wrong, I'd be corrected, where a young person asks him, what's the point of going through this degree? And then in the interview, they ask me about myself and stuff. And he says, the degree only showcases that you had the commitment and the discipline to show up for something for 4 years.
Ooh.
So simply, the idea of an interview, which is how I approach anything, or the idea of any recruitment process, which they would both tell us, is about who you are. So the green flags come up in how you treat people. You take care of the people, they take care of the farm. I believe that was Bob Collymore famous style.
That's true.
Soul, rest in peace.
Yeah.
So it's stuff like that. So the first week, you'll know how people address things, how someone addresses the receptionist, how open and magnanimous she's, the energy she gives he gives is
a reflection.
As a reflection of the. So it's just small nuances and stuff like that
called the bells and the whistles.
Yes, that I look for precisely. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So for me, that's where it rests. So I can see at least we have a lot of hope, despite things always continuously getting
progressively worse in this economy of ours.
Yeah,
that's true.
So yeah, guys.
What poll question should we leave the guys in the comment section?
What are the green flags they experience in their work areas?
That's not a poll question. That's a very open-ended question.
Yeah, you learn a lot from it.
Oh, okay. So,
or we can have both. Why not? Do you think you give green flags to new entrants into a company?
Fairs. All right. Mgeni? Kuna parting shot. See.
She just gave us she gave us that look for I've just arrived. Anyways, guys.
I remembered one. Sorry. I remembered one. Do you people get like, how can I say, like any small win in your workplace, somebody celebrates it? So for example, your colleagues know maybe you don't pay attention to detail. Then one day you actually do it, and then somebody actually says it or commends you for that, and gives you motivation to keep doing it, because now you realize they're noticing my every step, compared to workplaces where any small issue, they announce it more than the wins you've had. So like, you've been having 5 good months, you've been bringing money in, and then one time you lose a client. So that's where now everybody's on your case because you lost a client. Nobody recognizes the fact that despite losing a client, because everybody has L's, for 5 months you've been consistent with bringing in clients. Such a thing.
You have to be like red flags next episode, because
it's good because
I need to open my heart and my soul here.
Yeah, we're ready.
In my workplace, they do celebrate like very small wins, like
cliffhanger. Next.
Ulikuja na viatu safi.
Naona hata amekailia side ya green.
So yeah, thanks guys. Cheers. Ciao. Lots of love.